Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here from Looking for Warriors. Real quick story today. Real quick story. I've told a few of these already, but this is Anthony DeMello. And this is an incredible story which really got me thinking when I heard it first. So there was a group of desert people. Let's call them desert people. Group of desert people, group of travelers who were traveling across the desert. And they had camels with them. And they traveled across the Sahara. So they're going from southern Spain across to Africa and across the top of the Sahara. And when they got to the center of the desert, they had to pack up for the night and put up their tents. So they did that, and two or three of the guys came to the captain and they said, "Listen, we have a real problem here." He goes, what's the problem? He goes, "Well, we didn't bring enough rope. We have 10 camels and we only have enough rope to tie up 9 of the camels. The other camel will just wander off during the night. We're going to lose them. And we need all our camels with us." And the captain said, listen. These camels are stupid animals. What I want you to do is tie up the 9 camels. Then with the 10th camel, go through the motions of tying up the 10th camel. Just go through the motions of tying him up. And when he sees you doing that, when he sees you go through the motions that you have done every day since he was born, he sees you going through those motions, he'll stay put. As far as he's concerned, he'll be tied up and he'll be still there in the morning. They said, brilliant, we'll do that. So they went down and they tied up the 9 camels with ropes. And the 10th camel, they went through the motions with no rope, went through the motions of tying him up, what they did with the other 9 camels. And he stayed put the whole night, didn't move. Because as far as he was concerned, he was tied, even though the ropes were invisible. And then the next morning, the same 3 guys come back into the captain. Oh my God, we can't, we've packed everything up. We're ready to go. And all our camels are going, except for one. There's one that won't budge. He just won't budge. No matter what we do or push him, he won't move. He won't move. He said, oh my God, you forgot to untie him. Because they knew he had no ropes. The captain says, you forgot to untie him. So he went out, went through the motions of untying the camel, and he moved. And he moved. And we can look at that story and say, hey, those camels are stupid animals. Those camels are stupid animals. He was never tired. He could do whatever he wanted. He could go, he could get some food, he could drink, he could find another camel and have a little family if that's what he wanted to do. But he was tied with these invisible bonds, this invisible rope. He was tied up with this invisible rope in his mind. And that kept him there. And they untied the camel, they went through the motions and tied the camel, and he moved. And when I heard that, when I heard Andy DeMello talk that, it was like a light bulb going off in my head. Light bulb going off in my head, because straight away I was thinking, what are the invisible ropes that tie me down today? What are the invisible ropes? Because we all have invisible ropes on us. We all have divide and conquer invisible ropes on us, which makes us not connect with the people around us the way we should, which makes us distrustful, which makes us afraid of success. We all know what these invisible ropes are. So when we think about these invisible ropes that have been put on us by faceless, invisible people. For example, when you're given a curriculum in school, you don't know who wrote that curriculum. You never meet him. You don't know what his values are. As a parent, I don't know what his values are. Or her. Could be her. I don't know. Probably a committee, most likely. But I don't know who those people are who write that curriculum, who think my kids should know algebra better than Photoshop. Your kids think my kids don't need in this world to know how to public speak, how to influence people, how to connect with people, how to pick up the phone and just call someone, because you can help them and they can help you. Like Steve Jobs talks about. He talks about when he was 12 years old, he would pick up the phone and call people. He called the head of Hewlett Packard and ask him for help. And by the way, the head of Hewlett Packard didn't think that was an intrusion. He had so much respect for the young 12-year-old Steve Jobs who did that. So we've got to look at the invisible ropes in our lives. Because that's what I do every day. Every day I'm thinking about what invisible rope is binding me. That has been put into my subconscious, that has been put on me. What invisible ropes I've been told that are binding me from doing what I want to do. But I don't see them. Where are they? This has been Alan here, Look for Warriors. Hit that subscribe button and put in a comment, have you noticed any invisible ropes on you? Because if I hear about what invisible ropes you think about on you, it's going to help me to take one more off me. So you'd be doing me a real favor.